Hello and welcome to Design Boss Dialogue, the podcast where bold and ambitious women in interior design come for real conversations to transform and take their businesses to new heights. I am your host, Lisa Marie Elkhadraoui, interior designer and business mentor, here to share my experiences and insights into running an interior design business, as well as empowering you to build the confident, profitable design business you've been dreaming of and truly deserve. In this space, we blend creativity with strategy to help you craft your success and thrive in the world of design. Every episode is packed with unfiltered, no BS conversations, daily inspiration, and actionable business tips to turn your passion into a thriving, cash-rich business. Together, we're redefining what it means to succeed in the interior design industry, one intentional, game-changing decision at a time. So get ready to step up, elevate, and create the design empire you've always envisioned. Catrin, it's lovely to have you on today's podcast. Welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. It's fab to be here and very exciting.
So we've got Catrin Stuart from Catrin Stuart Home and Interiors with us. And Catrin went through Design Destiny and is in Design Thrive. And we're here today to talk to her about her experience, where she is now as a businesswoman, what she loved the most, maybe what she didn't like and wants changed, but mainly to talk to her about her experience. So Catrin, you joined Design Destiny back in April 2025.
Yeah.
And now you're in Design Thrive. Talk to me about your experience.
Well, yeah, it's been a super positive experience. It's just given me so much knowledge and insight into what can be quite a gate-kept industry. So what you've been able to share with me and what I've been able to learn through the modules and the templates that you've helped with and things like that. It's helped no end. And also it's been really lovely to go through it with other women in very similar situations. Everyone's slightly different with their business, but we've all got things that we can share and learn from each other as well. It's been really good.
So did you find the community aspect of it really empowering for you as a businesswoman?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm a sole trader essentially and on my own in the business other than the trades that I work with. So it can feel at times like a lonely place. So to be able to communicate with the other ladies, and we set up WhatsApp groups or able to bounce ideas or ask for little bits of advice. So yeah, definitely I think that's super important when you're in a business on your own. Yeah.
I think it's nice having, like you said, a group of women that you go into something together and you all learn and grow as the months go on and you build these bonds and friendship. Because I know some of you have met at Decorex, Chelsea Harbour, and you've all gone on to make these lovely relationships and, then come to events and brunches and all of this.
Yeah. And definitely it gives you that bit of confidence as well. If you know that you're going to see some familiar faces at things like Decorex, it's nice to do. And then it's nice to go and have some lunch and a glass of wine afterwards and chat through things when sometimes you know that they're going to be interested in things that you are, and you're going to be able to talk samples and colours and furniture, and they're going to get it.
Lovely things.
Exactly. So and I think it's been nice watching other people's journeys as well, celebrating successes as well. And some of them it's sometimes it's small steps and little small things, but actually which are really important to everybody's journeys, getting that little bit of support back as well. So yeah, it's great.
We were to go back to April 2025 when obviously, I think you had watched a couple of masterclasses in the February and March before you joined, little boot camp masterclasses, and then you joined into Design Destiny. The businesswoman you were then, would you have been able to call yourself a really confident businesswoman before you started Design Destiny? And where were you then?
Yeah, no, that's interesting because I probably wouldn't have called self or would have struggled with the business side of things. And that was what I was having to learn most. Loving the interior design. I was getting the clients, but maybe not as many as I would like to have had. I understand far more about the processes of running a business and running it as a business, and knowing my worth and knowing what my services are worth to the clients, and looking at it much more of I am providing a really good service to people. And then all sorts of things, looking at the funnels, looking at quarterly income. That was a big thing as well, making sure that I wasn't selling myself short, really. And this was a proper business. It's not a hobby. It's a business, and I want to run it as so. I want to love what I do, which I do. That is happening, but yeah, just making sure that everything made sense. Really, boxes were ticked.
Yeah,
the funnel was there. There would be clients now. There would be clients in the future. In the business, on the business, all that sort of thing. Yeah, that became much more clear.
I think as interior designers, I meet so many amazing, talented women that are great at what they do. And then when it comes to like business, when some women say, oh, well, I've got a business model that really works well for me, but I'm struggling on marketing and getting clients, and I don't really have a pipeline, and I don't have a forecast. And my question back is, well, do you have a business then? And actually, let's look at the foundations. And obviously, I know Design Destiny covers some key core foundations. Was there any particular part of Design Destiny or module that really struck a chord with you? Or what were your favourite bits?
Yeah, so actually I think my favourite bits were the clarity with the templating that was shared, with taking the client the whole way through the journey and having it really clear on the communication that you do at every single point, and making sure that we dotted all the I's, we crossed all the T's, so that you're clear on what's happening, the client's really clear on what's happening, and you've got really, the steps are there. And I think that has massively helped me. I was already doing it, but yeah, there was probably making it more, were there too many steps in there, or there were bits being missed possibly? So that has, definitely helped me. And I'm able now to just, make sure I'm going back and forth, making it my own, but also just, the clarity is there. So that was great. Yeah, definitely.
Love that, because the word clarity comes up in so many of our podcasts with women that I talk to that say, I've got so much more clarity now that I've gone through Design Destiny and Design Thrive rather than where I was. And it's crazy to think when women turn passions and hobbies into businesses, or if they've come from an academic route of like interior design, university or college, that being an interior designer, being an interior design business owner are such vastly different things. And you could be great at one, have zero clarity at the other. And then you go through something like this and it gives you such a volume of clarity. If there was a woman watching this thinking of, actually, that's where I was and that's where I want to get to, what would your advice be around Design Destiny and Design Thrive for her?
I would say, so talking about the clarity, that was my key takeaway. I think it was the word that jumped out at me of how this has, the experience it's given me. So I would say, I wouldn't hesitate in doing it. I think it's been really, really helpful to have a mentor, essentially, to guide you through every stage. Someone who's been there, done it, got the experience, has kind of seen it all, and is there to really be honest about the processes as well. It has helped me no end. And personally as well, as a person, to grow, and that self-belief and belief in the business, and believing as a businesswoman, which is really important. I would not hesitate at all. It's been probably the best. I wish I'd done it earlier. So I'm now in business 3 years. So I probably did it more than halfway through my journey at the moment. So I wish I'd done it earlier. Yes. Yeah. But I'm not one to have regret.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but look how far you've come and the amazing businesswoman you are today. What you're doing.
I still need to keep telling myself that, but yes, the belief is definitely there now, and yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. And seeing others who've done it as well, that the difference it makes. So yeah, it's absolutely, it's an investment, but it's a worthy investment.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think that's what we need to learn as well, that we must invest in our businesses, invest in ourselves and our businesses.
Absolutely. I think it's, when we start a business, we don't start a business. We have to inject funds to start a business anyway. You don't walk into a shop and the shop says, well, we're open, but we've got nothing in it because we've just started the business. The shop needs to get kitted out before it can start, bringing customers in. And our businesses are the exact same. We've got to invest in order to grow and to scale. And I think so many people look at it that, oh, it's the money aspect. And actually what it is, it's having access to the right level of conversations to save time and collapse time in your business in order to grow.
Yeah, definitely. Because what I'd say, it is investment. And I think maybe people get too wrapped up in, but it's another overhead. It's another something that I've got to pay for. But actually, you get it back. What you get from it and what the changes you'll make to your business, it's absolute worthy investment tenfold, I'd say. So, but that was probably one of my trickiest things, investing in myself as part of the business.
So obviously with a bolt-on, and we won't give any secrets away, but as a bolt-on, when you did Design Destiny, you also did Fully Booked and Highly Paid. And this is the profitability pricing strategy that I teach that women can have access to as well. We obviously don't want to give away the golden rule of how we price, but how did you find that as a game changer in your business?
An absolute game changer. Absolute game changer, because I felt that I had pricing structures there. I felt that I had my packages that I was offering, but when I broke it down and looked at it and looked at how I was pricing and what I was charging, and then it just didn't make any sense. So to have, again, it comes back to the word clarity. The clarity was there, so the structure was there, so it was very simple to say, okay, I've got this bedroom, or I've got a bathroom, or I've got a whole house. How am I going to price it? Oh, I'm going to go back to the structure, and I know exactly how I'm going to price it. Yes, so there was no sort of plucking it out of the air or thinking, well, it's going to take this many hours, I'm going to be doing this, and that's going to take that. No, it was just...
Yeah, the formulas are there, and you can just price them profitably as well without losing money.
Well, at the end of the day, and that is the key thing, it is a business. So you should be profitable. You're providing a service. The builders you work with, the trades you work with, they're not going to come in and price a job where they're not going to make a profit. It just doesn't make sense. And I think realizing that, going, no, you're giving a service. It's absolutely worth the clients paying for. And at the end of the day, you provide a really lovely service. They're very happy with it. It's an amazing room or home for them. And they don't come back and go, oh, gosh, that was a lot. They come back and go, thanks so much.
You've done that all for me.
Yeah. Like, oh, I could have never done that myself. And isn't it wonderful? And you think, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I think also it gives you the clarity and confidence again that if something falls out of scope, that you actually understand where the boundaries lie, and you go back in and say, that's not a problem. It's going to be a variation because we didn't allow that in the main brief or the main scope. And you have clarity around how much to then charge on top of that, how to approach the wording, the pricing, the templates. So then you approach everything very business-led rather than emotion-led.
Yeah, I think because as essentially creatives, we can be very emotion-led. And I personally, and I know from lots of the other girls in the group, we find those conversations, or did find those conversations, the most difficult to have. But when you're following
guidelines,
templates, the guidelines, etc., then you know exactly where you are. You have you have communicated that already to the clients. When the scope has changed or they're adding things in, you can just go back and say, yep, I'm just going to have a look at that. That's going to be a bolt on, that's going to be added, it's going to be this much. And it's again going back to the builders, the trades, when you say, well, actually, I want to take that partition wall down, or actually I'm going to add that bit of detail. Well, they don't go, okay, then we'll do that for you. They go, right, well, we'll just price that up for you and here's the price. So it is, again, it's treating it the business. Obviously, we want to have a lovely relationship with our clients. I think that's really key. But if it's all laid down, then those conversations aren't difficult to have.
Yeah, they're easier.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. And I think it's so nice to watch you in your journey of where you've come from last April to now, in less than a year, of how much you've pivoted, deepened, refined, tweaked and changed the business, but also internally yourself as well.
Yeah, no, it's without a doubt, actually, looking at the changes I've made. I always try to be to actually start this business, it was a big step. It took a lot of confidence. I had to be, putting that can-do attitude, but it's just those little changes I've made and, tweaks to website, tweaks to Instagram pages. It does give you far more confidence. And I think then the clients gain from that. So it's been really good. Yeah.
Love that. Thank you so much, Catrin, for coming on today and sharing your experience and talking to other women on what to get from when they join Design Destiny and Design Thrive. Thank you.
No problem at all. It's been really good and really exciting to be on a podcast. Yeah.
I know.
Great. No, it's been
lovely.
A really good experience.
Perfect. Take care. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Design Boss Dialogue. If you love what you heard, then please share the podcast with your friends and any women that could do with a dose of empowerment just from me. I would love to hear your thoughts around today's podcast with your key takeaways and wins, because your feedback means everything to me. Also, don't forget to leave a review as well as hit that follow button so you never miss out on any inspiring conversations with me or any other trailblazing women I have on. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes, and remember, unleashing your inner design power and unlocking your true potential is only a click away. See you next time.